friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. I'm Heather. Today we are going to start our journey this month reading all of my Bookopoly books. If you did not check out my Bookopoly rolls where I built my TBR and I used my Bookopoly board for the Bookoplathon to choose all my books, then I will make sure to link that for you guys to watch up top, down below, click somewhere. Also, if you have not checked out Becca's channel where we're getting all of this from, you definitely need to do that. So I'll make sure to have her information. But basically, Bookoplathon, we are going to play Becca's Bookopoly game that she makes for us for this readathon. It's a month-long readathon. I already rolled. I've got 6 books. You usually start with 5 rolls, and then if you get any doubles, you have to add books. So I had to add 1. So I have 6 books for this. And we're going to just vlog and see how the month goes and how I like the books that I got to choose. Before we jump into all of that though, get down below, click subscribe if you haven't, and also my Goodreads and Instagram are down there if you want to talk bookish with me on all of the different platforms that I've got. And then let's just talk about the 6 books that I have for Bookoplathon, and then we'll start into the reading vlog. So my first roll, I got Children of Blood and Bone for Monsters. So then I got History, and for that one, I have Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I'm not sure if I'm going to include this book in this vlog though, because I have another plan for this book. So it's probably going to be coming out in a vlog shortly after on this one. Then I had a poll pick and I got Dark Places by Gillian Flynn for the 3rd book. My 4th book was One's Last Stop, which has LGBTQ+ rep in it. Then I got TBR Vet and went ahead and added in Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. And my extra roll, I got a chance card, and my chance card gave me The Deepest Roots. So here are 4 of the books, and then we had Children of Blood and Bone and also One Last Stop. So we're running through and vlogging these, and we're going to start that now. Well, hello friends. So the first book I am reading for Bookopoly is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, and I'm getting through this pretty decently this weekend. So I'm on page 222, almost halfway there. We've got about 300 more pages left. And I'm really enjoying the storyline and the way it's told. It's very easy to just immerse yourself into what's going on here. And I'm having a good time. I'm reading this right now with Rye from Rye's Reading Corner, and we actually were noticing a little bit of some similarities with Red Queen. There's definitely some similar vibes there. It's obviously both of them are YA fantasy. There's a certain scene that happens within like the marketplace at the like palace market. And just some stuff that's kind of similar there. Today I was reading one scene that really kind of reminded me of A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown, which is another YA fantasy that I really enjoyed. So overall, like, it's a fun ride. It's good. I'm enjoying it. So I guess we should maybe talk about what this is about. So in this, we are following actually 3 different perspectives. So we have Zelly, and she is a diviner. So in this world, I think it was like 11 years ago, they said, magic just like disappeared one night, and all of the magi were then like brutally just massacred. But before people become magi, they're diviners until they're 13, and then they kind of have this, I can't remember what it's called, but basically they turn into magi at that point. And so the diviners were not killed, and Zelly at the time was only like 6, and so she is just a diviner, and even after she's turned 13, like there's no magic in this world for that change to happen. So now we're following her, and we also have the princess, which is an unlikely companion, and basically the 2 of them are kind of joining forces and trying to save magic. They have one last-ditch effort to try and bring magic back to this world, and so we're kind of following their journey along the way. And then we are also following the crown prince, who is basically out to find them, and he wants to just abolish magic altogether. He's like, I need to just end all of this and he's our antagonist. I don't know. He definitely, like, you can tell that he has a lot of dimensions and he's not just one-sided, just like the other two, which I really appreciate. I love, you know, having multiple sides to people, and they've got a lot of emotions and they got things in their past that are driving them in different ways. The world building is great in here. I'm enjoying, I can really imagine the sand from the desert just sticking all over their bodies right now. And we went through a jungle in this cool like temple, and there's a really cool scene where we're kind of finding out some of the background of how magic came into the world and all the 10 different ways that it can go into somebody's bloodline. Like we have reapers, which is what Zelly is, and we have people who can like manipulate water and some of the different elements, and some people can like read people's minds, and just there's 10 different forms of magic that run through people. And so we kind of learned about some of the background of that, and yeah, we're just kind of going along on the journey as they're trying to save magic in this world. So overall, very much enjoying it. The writing's great. The world building is wonderful. The characters all have their own unique dimensions to them, and it's been good. So there it is, my first book that I'm working through. I'll be back to update you guys. I don't know if I'll update you guys before I finish it, but maybe, and we'll talk then. Okay, well, roll number, 4 or 5 was TBR Vet, and I decided to read Skyward for that one. Here it is. So I started this book a couple of days ago, and I just read the prologue, and the prologue, I mean, it's pretty long. It was like, let's see, 10 pages. Like, it was a whole chunk, just to kind of like get myself started into the book. And I was like, okay, it's intriguing, cool. But then I was like, okay, I want to try, and I am actually trying to buddy read this with Erin, and she's one of my subscribers, and we like to chat books and we buddy read stuff, and it's been a good time. But I was getting like behind with where we were supposed to be at, and I was like, oh man, I really need to get going in this book. And so yesterday I was like, let's start reading, and I got sucked in, and I am like 200 pages in. I'm on page 207 now. I couldn't stop reading. I was like, I'm loving it. It was easy to just kind of get into the story, and just the reading experience was just wonderful. I can definitely understand why people really enjoy Brandon Sanderson and his writing and his stories, and I am adoring this like flight school setting right now. I really enjoy like a school setting outside of like a traditional school, like something like a flight school or a magical school or something like that. So I am really enjoying that aspect, and I'm already like really feeling for our main character and just how she's had to kind of deal with her life, and she's just staying strong, and she's like, I'm not going to give up, and she's working hard, and I can really appreciate that. And when she's kind of getting knocked down, I'm just like, no, what is going on? This is not fair or cool, or I don't know. I'm definitely getting invested in the story and in the characters, and just there's still some action happening. I'm really surprised by some of the action and the fact that, you know, they're getting into like the air and these dog fights, and she's learning to fly, and every time I'm like, you're already doing this? I'd be freaking out. Like, I would not be able to be a pilot. It would just be a little bit much for me and my poor little nerves. I'd be like, nope, this is giving me anxiety. Can't do it. But yeah, and then we have the ship that she's trying to like kind of fix up that she found and stuff, and it has this like sentient being type personality, like its AI has a personality, and I just adore it. It is, I don't know, it's just like, I'm logical, and yes, I don't know, it's enjoyable, and they kind of almost banter back and forth a little and have kind of a little friendship going on, almost, but like the ship is kind of needing repairs, and some of the memory is broken on the ship, so he can't fully like comprehend certain things or like be able to do things that he normally would be able to do as a ship, and so that kind of like gets in the way of certain things. And so I don't know, overall I'm enjoying the story, like loving the characters. I can imagine this world and this planet and how they're in the ground in these caverns living and their social structure, and it's all like just, it's really well developed. And I'm invested. I'm having fun, and I can understand why a lot of people really like this. And this is definitely kind of the sci-fi area that I like. I like things that deal with space and being on other planets and kind of exploring some of that. And it's up my alley. It's a good time. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to read more. Like, really want to read more. So, but schoolwork comes first, so gonna do that, and hopefully I'll have time to read this a little bit later tonight. So I finished Children of Blood and Bone, and I have to say that this book, gosh, sometimes books just get you at the end. Like, the second half of this book was so good. I was definitely like really enjoying it as I was going through, and I was like, okay, this is good. I was feeling like a 4-star. I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying this. It's an easy read. It's a good story. Like, I'm having a good time. And then just things started just going, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just sucked into the story. The chapters are short in here, which I love. They're like 4 or 5 pages a lot of times, and you're just like, you just feel like you're moving through it. Plus you have multiple perspectives, so you're kind of getting into everybody's different thoughts, and you're kind of getting all the different perspectives, and it's wonderful. There's a little bit of like this kind of romance plot line that creeps up on you that you're just like, I all of a sudden am in love with this. Sorry, that, man, I mumbled really bad there. So I was really surprised by that. And then like the end, I was just like, I was shook. It was just like, what just happened? Did that just happen? Did I just read that? I don't know. It just blew my mind. I don't even know. Like, one of the main characters, I'm just like, what the heck? Amari's one of my favorites in here, I think. I think I was saying this in the last update, but I really felt like she was going to be this character that kind of was a little naive at the beginning, but just came back fierce and strong, and I really enjoy those kinds of characters, and I feel like that's just going to be kind of her character arc in here. Versus like Zelly, she's our Magi, and she is the one that's just like, she's got this fire in her, and she makes rash decisions, and she's like the hero in a lot of ways to the story, but she's not always rational with her decisions. And also she's kind of, you know, really just beaten down so much by this world, and she tries not to let it get to her, but she's dealing with a lot, so it's gonna get to her, right? I feel like the characters were really well just flushed out, as well as this world. Like, this world, there's so much to learn about it, but I feel like I know so much. I can't wait to get into the next book. It was so good. It was great. It was wonderful. The imagery in here, like, I love when I can just imagine the book and just feel like I'm in it. And I loved the kind of storytelling that was going on. It's kind of like a folklore storytelling story. That's not right, coming out quite right, but it was told beautifully, and I just loved it. So 5 stars, just awesome. My first book finished for Bookoplathon, and it just went wonderfully. Well, hello friends. I guess let's start with a couple of kind of life vlog fun updates. I am going to insert a couple things here. One, my daughter lost her first tooth, so I'll put a picture here. She's so stinking cute. And she's telling me the story of how this happened, and I'm like, what in the heck did you do? She like somehow hit her tooth, she said, and it fell out, and it wasn't loose, but now it's out. But she's like at that age, and like, we've been to the dentist, and she had teeth that were ready to come in and grow in, and so it's just like, it must have been like a little loose or something, and she knocked it out. So first tooth out, totally a surprise to us, but she looks so cute. Oh, gap in the bottom tooth there. And then also the other day I'm filming, and she like wanted to film a little YouTube video herself. So at the end of my update for One Last Stop here, I'll put in a little clip because just adorable. And it was just so funny watching her talk about some of her books that she likes lately. But I'm mainly here because I wanted to update you guys on one last stop. This is for my role where I got LGBTQ plus rep in a book, and this has a ton of it. This whole lovely community of it, honestly, in here. Our two main characters we're following are, I believe Jane's just lesbian. I don't know if they specifically say that in here, but I believe so. And then, wow, spacing out on our name here, August, of course. She's bisexual, and then we also have some transsexual and gay representation, and what is the word I'm trying to think of? Anyways, I was saying that we also have some drag queen like representation. I don't know where that exactly falls, but there was definitely some fun, just like this whole community that's kind of together, and it's really sweet, and they're all very open and supportive of each other and really sweet. There's also a really fun pancake shop where August works, and she's like a waitress there, and it just sounds like everybody, it's like one of those like kind of hole in the wall places, you know, when you live in an area, that's where you go, but like only mostly the locals know to go there, and they go there all the time. But if you're just coming to visit like New York, which is where this is set, you wouldn't know that that's where you need to go, and that's the good spot. It's like the locals spot. So anyways, if you don't know what this book is about, I guess I should tell you. We've got August, and she moves to New York City, and she moves in with these like bunch of roommates, and into this little apartment. They're all living together, and she starts riding the subway to work each day at the pancake house, and she runs into Jane, and she is like instantly like attracted, like a little insta love kind of feeling going on, and she keeps seeing her and trying to catch her train when she goes to work. And so they start chatting and having a good time, and she starts to realize that like Jane somehow is stuck here from the 70s on this train. She never gets off the queue, and she's just always there, and somehow she got stuck. And so August is trying to help her figure out how she got stuck and how they can get her unstuck, and they're also just kind of so cute, falling in love on this train. And there's so many fun scenes, and you wouldn't think like there would be very many fun scenes to have on a subway train, but there is, and they kind of just bring the party to the train a lot of the times, or they're doing this or that, and it's just super cute. I actually really enjoyed this one quite a bit more than Casey McQuiston's other book that I read. So I read Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I really was enjoying it for like half the book, and then it felt like it was just so long, which I know is sometimes a complaint in both of her books that she has. And I was worried. I was like, this one's pretty long. Like, it's a little over 400 pages for a romance book, and you're just kind of like, is this going to be too much? But I have to say that I feel like a lot of people who didn't like Red, White, and Royal Blue as much, that one I gave 3 stars, enjoyed this one more, and people who really loved the other don't like this one as much. I think it's kind of like you like one more than the other a lot of the times. But I gave this one 4 stars. I thought it was really cute. I really enjoyed just all the different elements. Her teaching Jane about how to use a cell phone and some of the technology that's come out now. And August gets to learn Jane's like love of music and about 70s punk and just like different stuff like that. And they were really cute together. I enjoyed the mystery element. We're trying to figure out what and how Jane is stuck on this subway, and I thought it was adorable. So 4 stars for me on this one. I really enjoyed it, and I really gotta get moving through my Bookopoly books here. I'm definitely a little behind at the moment. I've only finished 2 books, and we've got 10 days left this month, so I better get moving. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I will also go ahead and roll that little clip of Chloe because she's just so stinking adorable.
So, hello everyone. I'm going to be talking about my favorite books and favorite things in this time. So, first up is Animal Butts. I love this book because it talks about butts. Second book this cute little puppy dog. I haven't read this one, but it's kind of cute because there's two dogs and they're in love with each other. But I'm not totally sure. And then this one is about how to make holes in the trees. And then this one, I haven't read this either, but there's this little bird here, and I don't know what's it about. And second, but not least, haven't read this one in a while, so I don't know how this is gonna be like. So, hope you have a good day watching this.
Okay, guys. We're nearing the end of the month, and this Bookopoly thing is, like, feeling a little frazzled. Like, I need to get this moving. So, but I do have some updates. So I started Dark Places, and I am moving through it pretty well. I'm on page 160. I'm about halfway through. I've mostly been listening to this on audio, and then today, while I was waiting to get a TV test thing put in, I read a little bit physically. So kind of a little mix of both, but mostly audio. And I'm enjoying it. So this one is basically we're following Libby, and when she was like, I think 7 or something, her sisters and mom got brutally murdered by her brother. At least that's what she testified to. And so now she's older and she's kind of running out of money and options and such with her life. And so she gets contacted by this kill club, and they are very intrigued and interested in just like following up and finding out a little bit more about the mystery of who done it, kind of. Obviously her brother is the one that she testified against. He's the one who's in jail and was accused of this crime, but a lot of people believe that he didn't actually do it, and they're trying to prove otherwise. So she's kind of trying to make some money out of this, basically. And by helping to solve this, she's like able to sell some of her family's items from when they were younger that she has, and she can contact different people that they can't get in touch with. And so she's kind of like, well, you pay me and I'll figure out where these people are, or I'll go talk to them and tell you what they're saying or whatever. So she's kind of using it to get money. And yeah, she's definitely like a very morally gray character. You're kind of like, do I feel bad for you because of what happened to you when you were a kid and you're just really messed up and that's why this is such an issue? Or is it kind of like you're 30-something years old and you need to like grow up a little bit and get some shit together, you know? I don't know. But yeah, I am about halfway through it. I'm enjoying it. I really like Gillian Flynn's writing. It's very like real. I feel like it's very plausible that this kind of stuff can happen, and I feel like the characters are very flawed in a very realistic way. Yeah, sometimes you just catch yourself in her writing and she's talking about something and you're like, yeah, that is actually really the way it is. You know, it's not, she doesn't sugarcoat things at all. It's just real life, this is how it is kind of stuff. So I really enjoy that. And I've only read The Grown Up, which is a like, I don't know, 60, 70 page little short story. And I really enjoyed that as well. But yeah, this is my first like longer novel by her and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm really hoping it is Monday, the 27th, 26th. I don't know, something like that. Thursday's the last day of the month. So I really need to get moving. And so today I'm really, really hoping that I can finish this sucker up and have another book off of the list. So far I've finished my first prompt, which was Monsters, and I read Children of Blood and Bone. And then I also read One Last Stop for the LGBTQ plus representation. And I'm working on Skyward still. And this one was for TBR Vet, and I have like 100 pages. I have less than 100 pages left. I'm on page 430, and we need to get to 510. So I've got like 80 pages. So I'm really close. I wanted to finish this last night so bad, but like the last chapter I read, I was like starting to kind of fall asleep, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it. So I'm hoping I can finish this one up today too, because I have to wrap this one up. And then we'll have 2 more books done, and we'll have 2 books already that have been done. This one's taking me quite a bit longer. I actually started it like the first week of this month, but I kind of slowed down and I read like a couple hundred pages, which I think you saw that update. And then I slowed down because I was supposed to be trying to buddy read this and didn't want to get too far ahead. Things just kind of advanced the way they advanced, and now I'm like, oh shoot, I need to finish this book. But I'm really enjoying it. It's been wonderful. Like, the characters in this one I really enjoy. They're all unique to themselves, and I really enjoy FM. She's kind of funny in that she just likes to kind of stick it to the man, and she's just like, oh, I can't do that because that's what they want me to do. And so she's always doing the opposite of everything. And I really enjoy that. I also, Jorgen, he's kind of growing on me, which I'm surprised by, I guess. I mean, if I really thought about it, I probably could have assumed that, but in the beginning I really wasn't feeling like we were going to get to know him as well as we have, and I'm enjoying getting to know him a little bit more. And Spence is great. She's got such a drive. This girl, like, when she wants to get something done, she gets it done. So I'm really enjoying her attitude in that way, and I feel like some of the things that she believed and kind of got her through life, she's really like, some of those ideas are kind of breaking apart for her, and she is trying to figure out what she actually believes, and she's starting to find out a little bit more about her dad and what happened to him, and basically everybody calls her dad a coward, and so they believe that she kind of is in retrospect. He just not a great representation in her family. No, that's not the right word. Reputation. Her family does not have a great reputation because of her dad apparently leaving a huge battle fight, and he, like, is considered a coward because everybody believes that he left, but she doesn't, and she's trying to figure out more about what happened. And she is very isolated because of it. Everybody kind of blames her in a lot of ways because of his actions. And it's not right, but it is the way it is. People are bullies and they can be awful. Anyways, that's my little update there. But overall, I'm really enjoying the aspects of the story. The flight school is really cool. Oh my gosh, we've lost people, and I don't like that. That hurts my heart a little bit. I actually was surprised by that aspect, and that, ruthlessness happening there. But anyways, so these are the 2 I'm currently working on. We finished Children of Blood and Blown and One Last Stop already. And then the other 2 books, because I did 5 rolls, but I got a double, so I had 6 books. So these are the other 2 books I haven't started. This one is going into a different vlog, so I'm not going to really talk about it in this vlog. For Bookoplathon, you'll see it soon. But this one I was supposed to put into here, and I do not think it's happening. So I think we'll be just finishing these 2 up, and then I'll get the vlog up. And it'll be for 4 books out of the 6. I do anticipate finishing this one this month. I'm just not talking about it in this vlog. Be in a different one. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I didn't totally fail Bookoplathon, but I did not fully succeed either, even if there's just no way I'm finishing this book, because I still have books from Belle's Bookland as well, and some stuff going on over there, so I have 2 more books there that I need to get through. So, yeah, there's no way I'm finishing these 2, plus finishing these 2, plus 2 more in the next 4 days. I can't do that. I have school. It's just not going to happen. So, this one's probably not happening. But that's my really long blah 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 ramble for you guys today. And we are gonna be back soon and hopefully be wrapping up those 2 books and this vlog. Okay, I did it. I finished both of these suckers yesterday, so I'm gonna update you this last time, and we're gonna close out my Bookopoly vlog. So we'll have finished 4 books out of the 6. Although 1 more is most likely getting finished this month. So anyways, let's go ahead and we'll just start with this one because it's on top. Dark Places. Finish this guy up. And I liked it. It was a book that was very easy to just kind of read and listen to. And as far as like, you know, it just was well paced, well written. There's definitely some topics in here that are harder topics, so not easier in that kind of a way. But there was just not as much, I guess, suspense as I wanted, or something that just kind of kept the book from really exploding, I guess. Something that just gave it a little more pizzazz. I was really just hoping for a little bit more from it. So I mean, I definitely enjoyed the mystery aspect and kind of going along for the ride, but I didn't throughout the whole thing ever just like be like, oh, I think it's this person or that person. I just was kind of like following along with it, and I was just like, I have no idea. I don't know what's really like going on. I didn't question people as much as I like to. Like when reading this kind of book, I like to kind of be like, oh, I like this person, and I'm like, oh my gosh, but what? No, I don't like them anymore. Or are they telling me the truth? Like I like to be kind of unsure about my characters. I didn't totally feel that way a ton, like as much as I feel like I could have. I don't know. So, I mean, there's things I liked about this book, others that I didn't. I definitely want to try out some more of her books. I have Gone Girl on my bookshelves, so I'd like to read that by her, and it's also on my self-destruct books for this year. So I will be getting to that one sometime soon, and I know that's her most popular book, and so maybe I'll enjoy that one a little bit more, but overall, I'm giving this one a 3-star. And then we have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and I finished this one up, and oh my gosh, I adored it. I love it. I'm really excited for the direction that this is going, and I'm excited to see more of all these characters. I'm really excited to jump into the next book. Yeah, I don't know, I love books that are like set in space or on another planet or have that kind of sci-fi aspect to them. And this one just like colonizing on a whole nother planet, and then you have this other species of aliens that you don't know very much about, and you're just trying to figure it out, and they're like, after all these years of being attacked by these Krell, we don't know anything about them really, and why? How is that possible? And just trying to see them trying to build up their technology, and also have some, you know, internal issues that really aren't being addressed as far as how things are being handled. And I don't know, yeah, it was great and wonderful, and you're just flying, and there's some great battle scenes. I actually noticed that I had a really easy time actually following along with Sanderson's battle scenes. Like sometimes you get into that in a fantasy and you're just like, I'm reading this, but I'm kind of lost as to where everybody's at. I could follow it like in my head. I was like, oh yeah, they're going there and they're doing this and they're doing that. And I'm like, yes. And it was nice to be able to actually visualize some of that and enjoy some of that, because sometimes I just kind of like get lost and I'm like, okay, now we're battle over. Yes, let's get back into the story. And then you still had like some of those character moments where the characters are connecting and making those relationships, which I love. And oh my gosh, this freaking AI in the ship he cracks me up. Like I was laughing so much at some of the things he said. I was just like, oh my gosh, his obsession with mushrooms. You're just like, what? I don't know. He's just got quite the personality, and I'm really excited for where this is going. So yeah, this one was definitely a 5-star. I'm really excited to continue in the series, and I know the second book's out, and I think the third book's coming out really soon. And then the fourth book's, I don't even think we have a cover for, but hopefully it won't be too long after that. They seem to be coming out like about every year. So there is these two. Then we had The One Last Stop and Children of Blood and Bone. Finished 4 books. Bookopoly is over for me, and my daughter is knocking stuff all over the bed. You're wiggling. Stop wiggling. Anyways, it's been a good time, and I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, how about some kind of tree emoji down below? Because I don't know, there's a tree on there. Why not? So, stop it, lady.
Stop.
All right, we'll talk down below. You guys have a good day. Bye.